Generally, these sutras you will find in traditional ashrams or traditional schools. Even Brahma Sutra also, they don't teach all the sutras. There might be 1,000 sutras. They will not teach. They will teach only 4. So there is a term called Chatussutri, that the 4 sutras in the beginning must give you all that is contained in the book in summary. This has been our great aim of our writers, that the first 4 verses, or if it is sutra, the first 4 sutras. Sutra means aphoristic statement. Sutra means aphoristic statement, they are not verses. Suppose it is a book of shlokas, then the first 4 shlokas. And if it is a book of sutras, aphoristic statements, it will be first 4 statements. They give everything that is there in the book. So the rest of the book will be the details, to explanation, interpretation and further details of the whatever they want to say. So this Yoga Sutra starts with Atha Yoganuशासनम. You should read, you are learning Sanskrit, so you should be able to. Atha Yoganuशासनम. Say. Atha Yoganuशासनम. This Atha in the sutras is very important, because in Brahma Sutra also you will find Athato Brahma Jigyasa, like that. Everywhere this Atha will come. In Brahma Sutra it is Atha, Ataha, both are there. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. This Atha has got various meanings. The interpreters will write pages after pages. But fundamentally one meaning is that it is called Adhikara Tattva. Adhikara means who is fit to read this text, or who is fit to receive this knowledge. That fitness criterion was extremely important in our country. That fitness criterion, it is called Adhikara Tattva. That means the fitness criterion. It was very important even in military science also, in our Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda means, Dhanu means the archery. Even in military science also, this fitness was extremely important. That you will be able to understand. Suppose this nuclear bomb is had by people who are not disciplined, then it will be the cause of the destruction of the world. That is why they say that terrorists, it should not fall in the hand of the terrorists. That is our great concern now, that if this terrorism is allowed to grow very soon, they will have the nuclear bomb also, nuclear power also. So that will cause the destruction of the entire civilization. So there is always that fitness is extremely important. Who is fit to use that weapon? That is why Dronacharya did not teach whom? Ekalabhya. Not only that, when he found that without his teaching he has become a master, he asked for his thumb, because it is for them to ask. But the fact is that he understood that he had great talent, but he did not have his mental discipline. If he learns this power, if he has this power, he will be working for the other side, for the destruction. So it will be calamitous for the world. So because of the lack of the mental discipline, he did not accept him as a teacher, as a student. Not only that, when he said that you have not accepted me, but I have learned keeping your idol, your murti, worshipping that I have learned. So you are my guru in any case. So I would like to give you the Guru Dakshina. And Dronacharya immediately said that you give this, because he wanted to disable him, so that he cannot become a terror for the world. You will find that Ashwathama, Dronacharya's own son, was not given the Brahmastra. This is the last astra. It was not given because the son was indisciplined. He did not have the mental discipline to have such great. But some Surreptitiously he had acquired, he knew how to release it, but he did not know how to take it back. It's not a full knowledge. A person who knows must have the full knowledge. So these are any Vidya has got a fitness criterion. Even Ashwatthama was so arrogant that he asked Krishna's Sudarshan Chakra, that you give it to me, I will fight with that. Krishna said, you take it, it is lying there, why don't you take it? This boy went there and he could not even move the chakra, could not do anything at all. These are all written to show that it is not given to anadhikaris. Anadhikaris, those who are unfit. So in spirituality always this atha means who has the fitness or deservingness for this knowledge. Naturally there will be so many criteria. Normally it is the sadhana chatushtaya. In Vedanta, athato brahma jijnasa, there that atha means that the person should have enough of the sadhana chatushtaya. That means viveka, vairagya, shamadamadi, shadga sampatti and mumuksha. These are the sadhana chatushtaya. He should have enough of all those things. Then only he will be able to take to Vedantic studies. In Yoga Sutra it is not so much, but certainly most of those disciplines are applicable here also. It is not coming as viveka, vairagya, but one must have enough of discipline of his senses. One must be able to overcome the slavery to the sense indulgence. These are the criterions are there. Now, as I always say, that entire world now, that yoga, the physical yoga and pranayama also has become very popular all over the world. Not more than our country, it has become popular in the West so much. But you know that whole popularity is on a wrong foundation, that yoga is taken for bhoga. The whole world has become fond of yoga because they want to enjoy their sensory life more and more, and yoga gives you a better health. With that health, their aim is to enjoy the life, I mean the physical life, mainly sexual life also is coming there. Even the masters also get trapped by that. So it is yoga is meant for bhoga now. But originally when Yoga Shastra was written, yoga was meant for tyaga, not for bhoga. Tyaga means renunciation. Because the yoga meaning is altogether different. The yoga, although it is a physical exercise, then it is a breathing exercise, etc. But they have a great goal in front. They are meant to prepare us for that ultimate goal. Now, what is this yoga? Yoga means addition, that is fusion, is it not so? Union, fusion. So what is that yoga they are talking about? When we are practicing these exercises and all, what is the yoga there? Yoga doesn't come there. Even in the breathing exercises of pranayama also. Where is the yoga there? What fusion they are talking about? What unification they are talking about? Now it is because that yoga, the ultimate purpose of those exercises and breathing exercises, pranayama, asana, all that is Ashtanga yoga is spoken of in Patanjali Yoga Darshana. The ultimate purpose of that is this yoga, which can be attained through spirituality. These physical yoga and the breathing yoga and all others in this, they are only to make us fit for this ultimate yoga. What is the ultimate yoga? It is because we are suffering from viyoga. Viyoga means the opposite of yoga. What is the viyoga? We have dissociated ourselves from our real identity. Our real universal Atma, which is the real Atma, which is universal, which is all pervading. We have dissociated ourselves from that and make us small. That I we think of is small body mind limited personality I. And all our suffering, all our dissatisfaction, discontent, everything is coming because of this smallness. Until that smallness goes, we will never be satisfied. You can think all over the world, has anybody ever become happy permanently by acquiring riches or fame? You look into the whole world, the richest persons in the world, were they happy? If any of them had been happy because of something else, not because of the riches. Most famous persons, those who are Nobel laureates and all, are they happy? You look into that. If anybody of them had become happy, it is because of something else, not because of their fame. So any amount of external addition, it is not going to make us happy. Because that only confirms our smallness, our fragmented identity, that I am different from the world. As long as I am different from the world, I will run after what I like, I will run away from, I will hate what I dislike. It will go on, continue. This, even if we think well, we will be able to understand that this is the truth. And that is how they thought that the happiness cannot lie outside at all. Man can never be satisfied by anything of the world. Nachiketa, the 7-year-old Nachiketa, told Yamaraja, his guru, that na vittena tarpaniyo manushyo. Man can never be satisfied by vitta, means wealth. Wealth of any kind, external wealth or so. So, actually we become satisfied when this separate identity we have created as the ego of I, that I is different, my I is different from your I, is different from her I, is different from his I. All these I's are different. This small I we have created by our own external clinging. Until that I gets fused, gets merged in that universal one Atma or one I, the one consciousness, we will never become happy. The insufficiency will remain. We are born with the insufficiency. We will die with the insufficiency. The sufficiency will come automatically when we realize that we are universal. Then we will not run after anything. We will not run away from anything also. We will not fear anything. We will not get attracted by anything also. So this yoga is the yoga of that small identity with the real identity. That we should know at least. The yoga we are talking about, although we are learning some physical exercises, some breathing exercises, vital with the vital prana, that pranic exercises and all, whatever we may do, even dhyana also we may do, but all of them, the ultimate aim is yoga. That is why Bhagavad Gita, all the chapters are yoga. We have to notice all these things. The first chapter, it is Vishada Yoga. That means Vishada means grief. That means in life you will have grief. As you have happiness, you will have grief also. So even grief can be used as an instrument to attain this yoga, provided we look at grief with the proper vision, with the proper understanding that what is this grief and how it is coming. So the first chapter is called Vishada Yoga, means you utilize Vishada to attain this yoga. Utilize your grief, all the cases of grief. And that is what happened in Arjuna. Arjuna's grief actually made him an inquirer. How to get rid of the grief, to fight the war. But finally that led to the ultimate knowledge. So, like that, each chapter is a yoga. That means the purpose of each, that dhyana yoga is there, bhakti yoga is there, jnana yoga is there, sannyasa yoga is there, karma yoga is there, jnana karma sannyasa yoga is there, everything is yoga. That means whichever way you follow, each chapter you follow, the purpose should not be lost. Our mind should be that cynosure of our sadhana. That is the yoga. And there, that yoga means not this asana yoga. Yoga means the fusion of our wrong identity, our fragmented identity, our small identity with our real, universal, singular Atma, the real identity. That is called the yoga. Now, they are going to reveal to us the way to have attained this yoga. That is why these sutras are written. See, the sutras are written, there is another reason behind it. Sutras, they are taken by heart. They are given to students who have very great memory, and the first lesson will be, they may not understand the meaning or anything. The first lesson will be to take by heart all the sutras. You will find in traditional pathashalas, traditional schools, even now, they go on reciting all the Panini sutras. They are all with the Maheshwara Sutras, because there lies the great science of Panini. I will not go into that detail again, it will be another story. So, sutras are aphoristic statements which can be easily remembered, so that even if the books are lost, from the sutras again we can establish the truth. That is the reason. So, Atha yoganuशासनम, अनुशासनम. This each word is very important. In a sutra, you cannot leave one word also. You can write one book on one word. This atha, people have written books after books. That is, what is the criterion when a person is fit to practice this yoga? That is represented by atha. So then this yoga means, this is the yoga, the real yoga, where how to get fused to our real identity. Anushasanam means, anu means following something. Anugata means following somebody we go. Then it becomes following something, we add the anu. Anushasanam. Shasanam means discipline. Actually, shasanam means discipline given by the master and the teacher has to follow. That is why it is anushasanam. That the discipline will be given by the master and the students will follow the discipline. So, yoga anushasanam becomes yoganushasanam. Its sandhi is there. Yoga anushasanam. Atha yoga anushasanam. Yoga anushasanam becomes yoganushasanam. That means now I am going to, now means that well, I am talking to people who are fit to receive it. That has to be assumed. Now I will speak to you about the yoganushasana, that is following the discipline. I will give you the discipline following which you can attain yoga. Is it clear? So the first sutra itself is telling about the deserving qualities of the seeker, and he is telling clearly that if you follow the discipline, then you can attain this yoga. That means if you fail to follow the discipline, you cannot attain the yoga. So it will be attained provided you are following the anushasana, the discipline.
Ya etat vidurabhrita ste bhavanti. Ya etat vidurabhrita ste bhavanti. Ya etat vidu amritaste bhavanti.